Hey everyone, I'm Trevor and today we're at Disneyland to give you an October crowd update. Fall breaks are upon us. How busy is the park? Let's find out. And we are going to start our crowd update here from Pirates of the Caribbean because I was just at Blue Bayou for lunch. Going to have a Blue Bayou video headed your way. I have not eaten there in 2 years, so I got a Blue Bayou video headed your way. Today is Saturday, October 4th at noon on the dot, and they have the ropes up and the line for Pirates of the Caribbean going up onto the bridge. Today is the first official day, or first official weekend, I should say, of fall breaks, so I expected it to be quite busy. This video, of course, is going to highlight what you can expect in the month of October. Fall break is usually about 3 weeks, the first 3 weekends in October for a guarantee. It's not as long as spring break, but it is a thing. And the Pirates of the Caribbean line here, evidence of that. It's 12 o'clock. I have not ridden a single ride this morning. Been filming a bunch of other things. Also filmed a top 10 type hotels video for you that'll be coming out also on the channel. Let's pop over here to Tiana's Palace and take a look at what it looks like. We've got a couple of open tables over off to the left, so that's pretty good. And there's even some empty tables in here. So not too crowded at the food places at noon. That's always good. I like to see that there's open tables. Nothing more stressful than having your food in your hand right now on your tray and just staring around and there's nothing, nowhere to sit. Where do you go? I always feel like that's like one of my panic moments at Disneyland. There's a lot of crowds here, and there's a lot of opportunity for panic-inducing moments. So keep that in mind, guys. Haunted Mansion Holiday. Oh look, Peter and Kitra. Haunted Mansion Holiday. I cannot see the wait time. 60 minutes. I had to take my glasses off. Did you like the Ordinary Adventure subtle shout out there? They don't know who I am. I've met them before, but I doubt they know who I am. So I was like, oh, look, Peter and Kitra. 60 minutes. 60 minutes over there at Haunted Mansion Holiday. Yeah, that's going to be pretty crowded. I'm just trying to keep the camera on the main walkways here. I'm going to look at Pirates of the Caribbean on the app on my phone as we're walking here because I did not wrap down around there to see what the wait time posted for Pirates was. So the wait time back there on Pirates of the Caribbean, checking the wait time on the app, was posted at 30. So that's not bad, actually. Posted at 30 minutes. Not bad. With as deep as the queue was, like the extended queue, because they put up all those ropes, I thought it would have been worse, but no, not too bad at all. We're going to head down here into Bayou Country now. It is a Saturday, so that means the canoes should be running, theoretically. We'll see if they are. Yep, I see people in line. There we go, right over here. That's the back of the line right there. So canoes are never super duper slammed or anything like that. Although I have seen the line all the way up here before, so keep that in mind. Amy thinks that this video might be coming out a tad too early for fall break, that it's not this weekend, but this coming week that'll be busier than the weekend per se, especially since she's actually blocked out today. I'm up here by myself. It is, believe key and lower. Three pass holder levels cannot come today, just Inspire keys. And Tiana's Bayou Adventure posted at a 70-minute wait. Now that is pretty high, especially considering today is not a terribly hot day. I think the high is maybe 76 today. And so it's starting to cool off. Actually, for October, it's starting to cool off faster. Like, we never really got as hot as we usually do. I don't know if we saw any 100-degree days. Like 99s, we saw some 99s and 98s, but I don't know that we saw any 100-degree days this year like we typically do. Winnie the Pooh over here at 30 minutes, though, okay? 30 minutes. For Winnie the Pooh, that is definitely long. It could be worse, right? It could be worse, but I feel like anytime you see Winnie the Pooh above a 25-minute wait, you know that it is busy in the park. That's just kind of an indicator. The fact that they have the extended queue switchbacks down here is just another indicator. Now, could it go even further? I don't think so. Oh yeah, there's one more of the holes right there. And then they've even got one down here. So they definitely can extend the queue further if they need to, but it is completely full right now with everything that they have open. So there's no bits of the queue that is not wide open for guests. Here's the poles where they can extend it. They are running single rider over here at Tiana's Bayou Adventure at 12:08 in the afternoon. So single rider helps alleviate that a little bit. They're not always running single rider, but they are right now. It's always a little bit of an art trying to figure out when to put these videos out for you that you can find them the most helpful. If I wait too long, fall breaks over before you can benefit from this video. I would say that today is probably going to be one of the lowest crowd level days for a weekend during fall break. So if you are coming after this, expect it to potentially be even worse. I would not call this the worst that it's going to get, but it is also it's already way busier than it has been the last couple of weeks, for sure. Now we're gonna head over to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. I'm gonna keep the camera on and do a little speed up. I kind of spaced out walking up here. The line goes all the way down there. I meant to show you attraction queues. The point is there are people outside of the caves. Usually if there are people right here, I put the line at about 50 to 55 minutes. And so they're all the way down there. I'm gonna say 70. Let's just go with 70, maybe 65. And we'll see what the posted wait time is. I love this game. This is a fun game for me. 65, look at that, look at that. I know, it doesn't, the camera doesn't like the sign, but 65 minutes. You'll have to take my word for it. So if you have been watching my crowd updates for the last 2 years and you are a crowd line expert yourself, you've learned the information from me, or maybe you've just been here often enough to know yourself. Do you play this game with me when we look at the lines? Do you try to guess what the wait time is going to be before I tell you what the posted wait time is? I'm curious to know. Let me know down in the comments if you do. We're going to do another speed up all the way to Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run.
I do this, you do this, and then we'll do this.
And here we are. And of course, the reason why I do these speed up sections is so we can leave the camera on and you can see how crowded or not the walkways are, how easy it is to navigate through the crowds. Sometimes I've got to stop, sometimes I've got to weave through people. You know, you are able to see that. You're able to see what it's like. Standby wait time here at Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run, 40 minutes. Of course, can't see the queue, never can for this attraction. But 40 minutes isn't bad. I feel like 80 minutes is bad. So 40 is probably normal. I don't know. I wouldn't wait in it that long personally. My own personal rule, and you've probably heard me say this before, is 35 minute standby wait. 35 minutes is about the max I'll consider waiting for any attraction. If it's not under 35, I'll come back later. It'll be under 35 at some point throughout the day, or do it earlier in the morning. You can ride every single ride at Disneyland with less than a 35-minute wait if you hit it at the right time. Even Rise of the Resistance. I think the fastest I've ever waited for Rise of the Resistance was 20 minutes to 25 minutes total through all 3 pre-shows. And if you're just counting to the Ray Room, I find getting to the Ray Room in 20 to 25 minutes pretty decent. I usually consider the attraction to begin once we reach the 25-minute mark. If you're wondering what this line is over here, this is the Oga's Cantina line. They no longer accept dining reservations, only walk-up, so that is, I'm guessing, the walk-up line. Nobody ever over here at the blue milk stand, of course. Let's go ahead and We are gonna head out this exit and go through Frontierland next. I just met some of you all. It was a very quick interaction, so I didn't get to see where you all were from, but thank you for saying hi. That's with the, the camera turning off there for a moment, but we are gonna go into Frontierland first and then go out through the castle the way that we kind of typically do, I guess. Of course, with Big Thunder Mountain Railroad still closed, there's actually not anything to really look at in Frontierland. I mean, we do have the Mark Twain riverboat over here off to our right, but quite literally, like, there's never a line for that, right? If you are queued up in the space when they start boarding, you're gonna be able to get on. They got plenty of capacity on those boats, but yeah, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, not open. Today again is Saturday, October 4th, and as far as I'm aware, there's still no known reopening date for Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. This video will publish on Monday, October 6th, 2 days after I filmed it. So of course anything could change between now and then. I feel like it's just my luck. We'll have a reopening date by then, and somebody will say in the comments, there is now. It always happens. Some meet and greets over here. I'm not sure who's meeting and greeting. Mirabelle, and looked like Louisa. And in any case, yeah, no current reopening date. I was thinking, if you watch my construction update, I was optimistic that it was going to reopen by the start of the Christmas season on November 14th. That date came and went, and it did not come off of the refurb calendar. So neither did any of the other rides for that matter. Just It's a Small World, which was expected, but Casey Jr. Circus Train and Storybook Land Canal Boats, which we're headed up to in just a second, neither one of those came off the calendar either. So we're just passing through Frontierland here relatively quickly. Let's actually detour. Let's go down to Adventureland real quick, because we missed 2 rides earlier down here, and it'll save us from having to double back a little bit later. We'll go do Jungle Cruise and Indiana Jones, and then we'll rewind. Well, we won't rewind. I'll just turn the camera off till we get back to the castle. But I'm keeping it on right now again, just because this is always a congestion point. I want you guys to be able to see what it's like walking around the park. Ooh, boy, is that the line? The line for Jungle Cruise is sticking out here. Oh man, okay, the upstairs extension room is not full. People are walking through it, but I think they probably just opened that up to try to clear up this congestion. Yeah, that means it's not very long at all. Posted wait time's only 15 minutes. Yeah, that's pretty doable, pretty manageable. And then over here, Indiana Jones, Temple of the Forbidden Eye, posted at a 55-minute wait. Looks like the standby line is going down here though. I'm guessing that's standby queue. And so 55 minutes is still not terrible for this attraction. I feel like it's fairly average, 55 minutes. So we've got some rides that are average and some rides that are a little above average, but mostly in the busy-ish phase, but not like slam-packed wall-to-wall. At least not yet. Not yet. Maybe give it till next weekend, and that'll be here. But I do want to emphasize, especially for those people who are planning trips for next year, watching these videos trying to figure out when to come, that today is significantly busier than any of the last 4 times I visited in the month of September. And of course, I did different days. Friday, which tends to be pretty bad. I think I've done a Sunday once. I don't think we've done a Saturday. We might have done a Saturday. Actually, I know we've done a Saturday at least once, and then a Tuesday. None of those days were as busy as this. So this is definitely busier than September. September is a really great time to come if you're looking for Halloween decorations, Halloween foods, Halloween things going on in the park, but you want to avoid the crowds that October brings. If you are enjoying this video and finding it helpful, please hit the like and subscribe button. It really does help out the channel. And if you want to save money on your next Disneyland vacation, description, call my friends at Getaway Today and tell them that SoCal Disney Dad sent you. Or click the link down in the description and use my coupon code to save on top of their already discounted hotel and ticket packages. Okay, now we're coming out into the hub here, and it is a lot more congested out this way. The Disneyland band just walked by, so my guess is a lot of that congestion was just people having to wait off to the side while the Disneyland band crossed. But we're gonna walk up and go through the castle into Fantasyland. Over off to our right is the line for Peter Pan. This one doesn't look as bad as it could be either. I'm gonna say 40 minutes. Might even be less than that. Yep, I overshot it. 30 minutes. I always overshoot this ride in estimations. And I think that's just because, I mean, I've gotten in line when it said 40 before and it's taken me 55. So I feel like I always just tend to overestimate it. Whatever it is, add 10, just for your sanity's sake. That's my own personal philosophy with that attraction. Over here at Snow White's Enchanted Wish, we have 20 minutes. Over here at Snow White's Enchanted Wish, we do have a 20-minute posted standby time. Queue is out here, but it's not all the way. I've seen it sticking out here before, so it doesn't really look that bad. Crowds are looking pretty decent, average to a little above average, but not insane. That's good. I'm hopeful for the rest of you coming in a week, but I can't promise anything. Pinocchio's Daring Journey. I don't know what's going on here. People leaving the queue. Maybe it just broke down. They're chaining it off, so I'm going to assume yes. I'm going to assume it probably just broke down. That happens. Don't wait. If you didn't see my video about time wasters, yeah, don't wait. Don't wait at all. It is absolutely a time waster to wait for a ride that breaks down. It usually takes 20 to 30 minutes for them to fix those things, even if it looks simple and it looks quick. Just the processes that they have to go through to turn it over again to get it ready for guests. You're better off going and doing something else. Go over here, ride Mr. Toad, and then by the time you're done riding Mr. Toad, Pinocchio should be open again. Then you can hop in line over there. Pinocchio, or Mr. Toad's Daring Journey is currently at, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride is currently at 20 minutes. 20 minutes over here for Mr. Toad. A couple more switchbacks could fill up. Again, that's average to slightly above, right? 20 minutes. It could get up to 30. That's like the busiest I usually see it. But if it's 10 or 15s when I like to get in line for it, so 20 is a little high. But not bad. Not bad at all. Carousels, usually never an issue. Usually pretty much a walk-on over there. And then over here at Dumbo, the flying elephant, can't ever see the posted wait time with my glasses on. We got to get a lot closer. I took my glasses off and still couldn't see it. A little bit of congestion getting over here, playing Frogger a bit. Playing Frogger. What do we got? Oh man, hard to see anyway. 40 minutes. I don't know if you can see that on your screen. 40 minutes posted. 40. So the line is going all the way on the other side, all the way. Again, could be worse. I mean, I've seen it at worse. I've seen it at 50, 60. So average is about 30, 40 is a little high. So yeah, slightly above average. That's going to be the mantra of today, slightly above average, just slightly above average. But we are not wall-to-wall insane. Have you seen those crowd calendars? Like, I don't know if people even still make them, but the crowd, like Disney crowd calendars, we always used to look at them for Disney World, and like they have like black is like wall to wall insanity or something like that. I don't remember what the term was, but that's what when I said wall to wall, I immediately thought of that. Those crowd calendars. Yeah, it's not that. Mad Tea Party, even when it's full, is only like 15 minutes, so that's usually never a bad one. Mad Tea Party, good attraction whenever the rest of the park is slammed, because you know it'll never be super duper long.
It's my Snow White.
Alice in Wonderland is definitely sticking back this direction. The line is full and starting to wrap around the mushroom, the toadstool. 40, that's what I gotta say, 40, gotta be 40, right? Let's go back and have a look. It's gonna be posted on this sign right here. 20? 20? I don't believe it. I don't believe it. It might not be 40, but no way that's 20. Can't be. Can't be. No Mad Hatter or Alice riding the teacups today. I know it's not necessarily guaranteed, but I feel like I walk by here often enough and see them riding with guests that it's really fun when it does happen, but usually like maybe once or twice a day does that actually occur. So more often than not, you're walking by, they're not going to be in there. And of course, if you see them riding with guests, it's probably already too late. I don't know if you can ask them, like if you happen to be out here in the walkways and you see Alice and you say, hey, will you go ride the Mad Tea Party with me? I don't know how that works. I've seen them doing it with guests. I know it happens, but I've never actually had it happen to me or understand like how you get that. Do you just get pixie dusted? They just walk into the attraction and they're like, I'm gonna ride with you. Or do you have to ask? I don't know. Heading up to It's a Small World, I see Geppetto over here off to the left. Current time check, should pull out my phone, do a time check. It is 12:33. Okay, good. I had to keep that in mind for when cavalcades are going on. I don't want to get stuck up here with a cavalcade passing through. I don't think it goes till 1:30, so we got an hour before that's going to be the case. That's another thing. I mean, I probably could have waited an hour to do this video. It might have been slightly busier. Usually, I always tell people it's busiest in the parks from 1 to 4, but this is just the time. I got a lot of stuff to film today. I'm filming 5 separate videos. I think I'm filming 5 separate videos and very little buffer space. So I didn't even walk back to the front of the park to start this video, just started it right where I was, which was by Blue Bayou. For expediency's sake. I'll head up into Toontown and we'll speed up till we get there. And the first ride that we are going to check on over here is Roger Rabbit's Cartoon Spin. Posted wait time is 45 minutes. Average. That's pretty average. 45 minutes. That one always surprises me. That, to me, that ride is not really any better than Mad Tea Party. Slightly, I suppose, but if I want to spin, I just settle for the 15-minute wait at Mad Tea Party, right? Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. No external queue. Posted at 40. Average. Let me tell you, average. Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway posted at 40 minutes. Average. Average. Everything is average. Everything is average. I couldn't even come up with something that complements average that would rhyme with cool. I don't know. Lego movie song, folks, if you don't know. I know this isn't Legoland, but it just, it's what popped into my head. When I'm filming these crowd updates, sometimes I get a little silly. I just speak the things that pop into my head. Sometimes they don't always make sense. Sometimes I don't make sense. But I'm doing the best I can, folks. Doing the best I can. This area is always majorly slammed. One final ride to check out up here. Chippendale's Gadget Coaster. 30 minutes average. And I can't even, couldn't even give you a chance to guess beforehand. The back of the line's right there. I mean, it could be 30. It's a long 30 if it is. I feel like 30 might be more like here. No, I think you get up to 45, and if it gets up to 45, this is probably all full. So I bet you that's 30. Average, folks, average. And if we're, well, okay, I was about to say, if we're average, that means Mickey's house is going to be 30 minutes. But I'm looking at it and it says 60. So Mickey's house is not average. Mickey's house definitely above average. In fact, saying Mickey's house reminds me, James used to call Walt Disney World Mickey's house. Maybe that's because that's how we described it to him, so that because he didn't understand what Walt Disney World was. We were trying to tell him it was, you know, a place where you could go see Mickey. It was Mickey's house, and so he was always calling it Mickey's house. Are you excited to go to Mickey's house?
Cheese.
Jeez, it's a video camera, buddy, not a regular camera. Are you excited to go to Mickey's house?
Mickey's house.
A little cute moment. Over here at Minnie's house. 20 minutes for Minnie's house. That was a lot better than Mickey's house. I would have guessed 45 if Mickey's was 60. 45 for Minnie. Usually about how it goes. Oftentimes Minnie has longer waits than Mickey, but if Mickey's at 60, I usually expect to see Minnie at 45. But all the way down at 20, I don't know why Mickey's is so inflated right now. Not sure. Anyway, we just got to backtrack, so I'm just going to turn the camera off. No speed ups this time. We've already walked the pathway. I lied. Story time. So the music that's playing right now through here is M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E. You know, the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse theme song. Well, I was on the phone the other day booking a cruise room for my mom, because she is coming with us on our May cruise that we are taking in the Bahamas. And so I was booking it for her just so she didn't have to deal with any of that. And they asked me to read out her name, you know, how do you spell her name for the reservation. And her name is Vicky. So I said V-I-C-K-E-Y, and then I was like, wait, no, sorry. V-I-C-K-I-E, V-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E. That's what I was thinking. Nah, she's not Vicky Mouse, no. I can't believe I almost missed it. And we didn't go look at the Disneyland Railroad station either. I don't know what I'm thinking today, folks. It's a small world. I just bypassed it. It's a small world, 15 minutes. Good thing I saw it in the back of the camera. I saw it in the back of the camera as I was just talking there. We'll remember to come over here and check it out, see what the posted, well, we already saw the posted wait time. Sometimes we can't guess, just because, I mean, I could guess if I didn't look at the wait time first, but it's 15 minutes. They do have the extension back there, but of course it could be much, much worse. I think this was in the video that I just put out too, wasting time. One of my wasting time tips was don't get in line for rides that aren't worth it when they have long lines. Like if you see It's a Small World at a 45-minute wait, unless it's a Small World Holiday, the Christmas version, yeah, it's not worth it. 15 minutes, that's about average, right? That's so, the theme of today, average, 15 minutes, average. Yeah, not even above average. Average. This is good, wait times are good. Walkways have been looking really busy comparatively, but wait times have been average to slightly above. And it's just been, maybe it's just been that not busy in September that it's feeling busy to me, but this is definitely not as busy as I remember last year's fall break. I feel like last year's fall break much more crowded, and I feel like I came the same weekend. I feel like I did the same thing. It was right around this time that I released that video as well. Okay, here we go. Turn the camera back on. Take a look at Matterhorn bobsleds over here. Is this the line for the Edelweiss snacks? Or are these people just, no. I think it's a line for like a photo op. I think that's what that is. It's like, I've never seen Edelweiss snacks have a line that long. Must be for photos, that'd make more sense. Matterhorn bobsleds posted at a 45-minute wait. I'm gonna let you guys say it out loud before I do. What's the word that I'm about to utter? Average. 45 minutes is average for Matterhorn bobsleds. That's what you could expect on just about any given day. 45 minutes. 45 minutes. The line is coming all the way down here though. The line is telling me slightly above average. We'll see how bad it gets because, yeah, 45 minutes. This doesn't look like 45 minutes. Oh boy. It just keeps going and going and going and going and going. Sometimes I need to get the Energizer Bunny to be their mascot. It could be worse though, folks. It could be worse. Look, it definitely could be worse. They're extending the queue right now. He's up here adding poles as we speak. Just placed these poles. So it could definitely be worse. Looks like they're getting ready for it to be worse. But 45, I don't know. I don't think it's 45. It's probably a little bit higher than that. But if it is higher than that, it's only slightly above average. It's the other thing. Slightly above average. Let's poke over here, Finding Nemo submarine voyage. Watch the yellow submarine go by. We all live in a yellow submarine. A yellow submarine. Oh, it never ends, folks. Never ends. This is the song that never ends. Yes, it goes on and on, my friends. You fill in the rest. I know you know it. Today's the day of silliness. Absolutely is. Are you enjoying my silliness? Some people tell me in the comments sometimes, dude, just shut up. Like, I want to see the park, not listen to you ramble. Other people love the rambling. What camp are you in? I don't care. You won't offend me if you tell me you want me to just shut up. 20 minutes for Finding Nemo submarine voyage. Average. Yeah. I'm not making this stuff up, folks. If you see it at 40 minutes, don't get in line, but 20 minutes is average. Everything is average. Maybe it's because I'm going on like 5.5 hours of sleep. I don't know. Maybe it's because I probably walked already like 30,000 steps. The hotel video, I actually walked to all the hotels. 10 hotels out in the Anaheim area, and none of them were like particularly close. None of them were on harbor. I'll tell you about it in a minute. Autopia, 10-minute wait. I could get in here. Let's get in here and we'll go take a look at the line.
That's open for
10-minute posted standby wait. And there are people up in the bleacher section. Does not look like there are any people in the round room, so that's good. Bleacher section, and just over here, how many lines we got? All 4 running. 10 is possible. 10 is possible. This is below average, okay? I would put 15 to 20 as average, and like 25 and higher being busy, 45 and higher being slammed. 15 is actually below average. So if that's accurate, 10, sorry. I think I said, did it say 10? 10. 10 is below average. 15 is below average. Like 20 is average. So yeah, this is the first one that's not average. Since I didn't do it for the previous 2 stations, we will come back here to the Tomorrowland Disneyland Railroad Station, and we'll just eyeball the line, see how busy it is. I don't think, usually the Disneyland Railroad and the monorail, neither one of them are like terribly long lines. Worst case scenario is usually like 15-minute wait for the railroad. I'm thinking it's a walk-on right now, just by the looks of it. There are 2 people standing in the queue. Looks like the railroad just got here. The railroad let on as many people as it could. More than likely those people that are up there, oh, there's 3 more over there. Maybe they didn't fit on this one, but they'll make it on the next one for sure. There's hardly anybody in line here. This is, yeah, walk on back here at the Disneyland Railroad Station. What's it say? Trains arriving every 10 minutes. If that's the case, they're running them less often. Usually it's 5. Unless you think, well, maybe fall break really hasn't started yet, right? The school right next to our house, the school district right next to our house actually had off yesterday. They were off yesterday, 3-day weekend. I don't think they're off on Monday, but fall breaks aren't always like weeks long. And then our kids are off this coming Friday, which is the 10th? Is it the 10th? I think it's yes, this coming Friday, they're off the 10th, October 10th. But that's it, that's the only day they're off. But that following week from the 13th through the 18th, or 17th, sorry, 13th through the 17th, I believe my sister-in-law has off up in Utah the whole week. And I think she's coming here, if I remember right. Not to Disneyland, just to California. And so that week is probably like the heart of fall break, the prime fall break, if you will. But yeah, we have off next Friday. The school next to us has off yesterday. Just helping you gauge what fall breaks are kind of like. Space Mountain over here posted at a 50-minute wait. 50 minutes. You ready, folks? Average. Yep. Average. Insanity on that attraction is north of 80. So 50 is average. I'm going to turn the camera off very briefly. I want to pop into the Star Trader store. You may have noticed I'm back to wearing my Hawaii hat, and that's because the Padres season has sadly come to a close prematurely in the postseason. I mean, many teams don't even make the postseason, so, you know, I guess we could be happy that we at least made the postseason, right? But it came to an end, so Padres hat has gone away for a bit, but the Hawaii hat, for some reason, it lets in sun up here, and I've noticed sunburns on my head even wearing this hat. But the Star Wars hat that I used to have was reflective, and it never had that issue, so I'm stopping into Star Trader to see if I can find another one. It comes and goes. Sometimes they're in stock, sometimes they're not. Unfortunately, this is the only hat that I found in the store, and I mean like the only hat. Usually they have one that's very similar to the one I used to have that's just all black. I would have considered purchasing that, but not that one. One, it's not my style, but two, it's also not even the type of material that I like, and it's snapback. I'm not the biggest fan of snapbacks either, so we'll keep looking. Oh, I did find a couple more, but yeah, we'll pass. Star Tours is open again. Star Tours has been open for about a month now. Did it open on the 4th of September? 5th? 5th of September, I think it might have opened. And so it's been open about a month. I haven't ridden it since then. I haven't even really given it much attention since then. I feel like it was closed so long. It probably wasn't that long. It was probably like 2 months, but I feel like it was closed so long I forgot about it half the time. I got used to it being closed. That's another reason why I bypassed It's a Small World earlier. It's a Small World was closed for like 3 or 4 months earlier this year. 4 months. And so I just got used to skipping it. Astro Blasters, 20 minutes. 20 minutes on Astro Blasters. That's the back of the standby line right here. We're gonna have to go see how many wiggles it does down at the switchbacks. Only 15 minutes over here at Star Tours. 15 minutes is lower than I would have expected. 20 minutes, honestly, 20 minutes at close to 1 o'clock in the afternoon for Buzz Lightyear is also kind of low. On busy spring breaky days, it's like 50 to 55. I would put 30 as its average. 20 is low. Over here at Astro Orbiter, I'll let you guess. I looked at it already, but maybe if you want to guess. Yeah, it's 25 minutes. 25. Usually if this whole thing is filled, it's 45. So it might actually be a tad longer than 25, maybe 30, but not too much. That's average. That's pretty average for Astro Orbiter. Again, it can get up to 45, but that's if every inch of the queue is filled. Over here at Buzz, we can have a better look. It is going back there. If there's not a lot of lightning laners, 20 is possible, but more than likely people saw the 20 and got in line and it's no longer 20. I want to put it at closer to 30, if I'm guessing. And that all depends on the lightning laners, of course. And now we're headed back out here to the hub. That's it. We did it. Crowd update for the month of October. Done. So what do you think? Was it only average because I did this too early? Was it only average because I came on a Saturday when all of the other pass holders except for Inspire are blocked out? I don't know. Or is it just, that's what it's going to be this year? hey, you can always hope for the best, right? Cross your fingers, hope that if you're coming in the next week or two, that the crowd levels that you see are like this today. But usually factor this in. Saturdays, if you're buying a single day ticket, always tend to be the most expensive day of the week. Therefore, people don't necessarily come on Saturdays anymore. Saturday used to be the busiest day of the week. But this was just the only time that I had to do it this week. Looking at my schedule, it was either this or put it off till near next weekend. So this is the day that you get, and hopefully this was helpful one way or another. I mean, I hope that the crowd updates are helpful no matter what, whether it's slammed or whether it's empty, that you're gleaning something, that you're learning something, that you're helping plan your own Disney vacation. If you got questions, as always, drop them in the comments below. I truly am happy to answer any and all questions, even if it's not related to this video. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button on your way out. Click this video to keep watching. Thanks for watching, and we will see you again next time.